super hot.
All right, Big Blue Nation, welcome to another installment of Big Pat Sports Talk. Shout out to all my fans on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, all platforms. Welcome to another episode. This is my week 4 review for our Big Blue Giants versus Saints. We're going to be down in New Orleans against Jameis Winston. It's going to be my week 4 review. I believe the score, you know, I'm always pick my Giants. I believe we can win 20-13. If we can confuse Jameis Winston, we'll be okay. But let's get into this week 4 review. It's going to be Sunday, 1 p.m. Eastern on Fox. I'm going to be live commentating the game, so tune in. But let's get into this review. All right. It's going to be Sunday, 1 p.m. Eastern at Fox. Versus Saints. This is my week 4 review. As you can see here, Jameis Winston, week 3 last week. He was 13-21 for 128 yards, 2 touchdowns, 110.8 quarterback rating. I'm going to tell you about Jameis Winston. He's Jekyll and Hyde, man. He's the Joker and Batman. He could be the good guy or he could be the bad guy. I want him to be the Joker this week. I want him to be the bad guy. I want him to throw interceptions. I want him confused. This quarterback here, he can carve you up if you give him regular defense, but if you blitz him, mix it up with a little bit of cover 3, mix it up with man-to-man, I believe you can confuse this guy. I believe our defense could walk out of New Orleans and get a win. But that's what he did last week. 2 touchdowns, 110.8 rating. We just can't let this guy really just bomb us deep. On the season, he has 7 touchdowns, 2 interceptions, 129 yards per game. As you can see, he's not throwing for many yards. His defense is putting him in great positions to get quick points. They're getting turnovers, and they make it to where he doesn't have to make mistakes. So we're going to have a tough task, man. We're going to have to get some points put on the board, and we're going to have to put them in long field position to get long drives, because I believe if you make this guy sustain a drive, he can't do it. He bombs you deep quick, and he takes advantage of short fields. As you can see there, quick, easy passes. He's going to get quick, easy first downs. Now, right here, right there, this is what you want them to do. This turned out to be a lucky play. It turned out to be a touchdown. But that's what you want Jameis Winston to do. That's the type of stuff Jameis Winston does. No quarterback is supposed to be throwing the ball in this position right here. But it turned out to be very lucrative for him. He made a good pass. I mean, it wasn't a good pass, but it just turned out to be a lucky play. He got lucky on this play here. We want him making throws like that so we could take advantage of him. Because that throw right there was absolutely utter. Like, come on, man. No quarterback's supposed to throw that. I know every Saints fan took a deep breath when he threw this ball right here. We got to get Jameis Winston doing stuff like that. That right there, that was really just luck. Great play by Callaway as well. That's a receiver we're going to have to look out for, Callaway. All right, versus Matt Ryan, look, we gave up 2 touchdowns, and he had 111 passer rating. We got to get that down. Our pass defense has struggled this year because we allow quarterbacks. Look how huge that pocket is. Look how huge that pocket is. Any quarterback could carve you up with a pocket that good. We have to get some type of pass rush this week. Let's get this week to get some type of pass rush. Armstead is out. The Saints offensive line is not going to look the same. They have injuries along their offensive line, and Jameis Winston is not the greatest field reader in the NFL. He's just not. But he can be dynamic in the sense of breaking out that pocket and making throws down the field. I believe he's one of the best deep ball throwers in the league, period. He has that talent. So we can get aired out this game. You let him keep a clean pocket and let those receivers work down the field, we will get aired out this game. I'm just letting you know that now. But we can't have quarterbacks continue to have clean pockets. We can't. We got Matt Ryan throwing a touchdown to offensive lineman. Now, last week, we did get 6 quarterback hits and 3 sacks. Shout out to Aziz Ojulari. Shout out to Leonard Williams for getting his first sack of the year, and I believe it was Austin Johnson that got one. But we have to do better, man. We have to do better. We don't get consistent pressure. It's all right to get 3 sacks, but when you're not getting pressure on any other snap, it really doesn't matter. You see what I'm saying? So we have to get – I want to see this defense get 5 sacks this week coming up. I want to see this defense get 5 sacks this week coming up. I want to see a change. I want to see the change in the dog of the outside linebackers this week. I want to see Lorenzo Carter blitzing from the middle this week. And I want to see Quincy Roche and Aziz Ojulari get a little bit more snaps at the outside linebacker edge rushing that quarterback. I want to see more unique blitzes. I want to see Peppers on more blitzes because his coverage is not working. I want to see that. Let's see what this rush defense does, this pass rush defense does this week against the Saints. I think we could get a little bit of success. I think we can. As you can see, the fumble created there, we need more plays like that. As you can see, 7 sacks allowed the last 2 games. So they allowed 3.5 sacks, 3.5 sacks a game the past 2 games. We should be able to get in there and get to that quarterback. We should be able to get in there and get to Jameis Winston. And when you get to Jameis Winston, he makes mistakes. I promise you. Look at Matt Judon. Man, we need somebody to make plays like this. We need somebody to make plays like this against them. This is a guy I'm worried about. Taysom Hill. When they run that gadget offense, are we going to be strong enough at the defensive line front to stop him from getting 10 yards here, 15 yards here, 8 yards, 7 yards? Are we going to be able to stop him from doing that? Because I'm going to tell you, people look at our defensive line and they're going to start running it straight at us. They're going to start running it straight at us because we're proving that we can't stop anybody. And that's just fact. Last week he had 6 carries for 32 yards and a touchdown. If he does that against us this week, it's going to be one long-ass game. I'm going to tell you that now. But he is an offensive weapon. Him and Kamara, they got me a little bit worried. Taysom Hill is big, strong. He can play tight end, play running back, play quarterback. Play receiver for him if he needs be. This is another guy, Alvin Kamara, 24 carries, 89 yards last week. That's really a down week for him. Are we going to allow him to catch passes out the backfield and run out the backfield? Because I'll tell you what, this guy hits the hole like no other in the league, and his balance is impeccable. His balance is impeccable, and he will carve us up in the screen game if we're not disciplined. Alvin Kamara, hey, look, we're not disciplined. He'll have a big week. Fantasy owners are going to be cheering. I'll tell you that now. We got to play discipline because this guy will carve us up. Look at his balance. Look at him catch out the backfield. That's what I'm worried about in the middle of the field. Who's going to stop Alvin Kamara from going in the middle of that field and just celebrate on our field and gash us for yards all game? Who's going to stop him from doing that? Tate Crowder? Should we put Lorenzo Carter in the middle of the field? What should we do? I know one thing we should do is you keep an eye on that guy to catch that ball in the middle of the field against linebackers, he's going to have a big day. He's going to have a big day. I'll tell you that now. SAQUON Barkley last week, 16 carries, 51 yards, and a touchdown. That's a little bit of progress for SAQUON, but I believe we're going to need SAQUON to have a 100-yard game to win this game. I believe we're going to have to play good ball control, have good sustaining drives, and test them deep. Test them deep. They got a lot more on Golladay. Let's give Golladay a chance. He's the alpha receiver. We pay him $18 million a year almost. We got to give him a chance. But we're going to need this guy right here to step up, man. He's going to have to run a little bit stronger. He's going to have to get over that mental gap. I know it's only week 4, but it's time for a little bit of progress, SAQUON. Glad he got his first touchdown last week. That's good. That's good progress. Want to see him do that more this year. Want to see you celebrating in the end zone more. Daniel Jones, SAQUON Barkley, 6 targets for 43 yards. Why can't we use SAQUON Barkley like Alvin Kamara? Like Authentic says, use him like Alvin Kamara. Get him 6 catches a game. Get him about 15 carries a game. He almost had 100 yards of total, 100 total yards last week. 51, 43. That's 94 yards on 21 touches. It's not extraordinary, but it's not bad either. Let's get this man some touches, man. We got to build this man's confidence. And the only way he's going to build confidence is he get him touches. Now, we've been hit with the injury bug with Shepard and Slayton. I'm going to say this. I think we'll be just okay with Colin Johnson and Kadarius Toney in there. I really believe this offense has so many weapons that we can use. We're just not utilizing them correctly. But as we all know, Shepard, it's only a matter of time before he gets injured. So it is what it is. Hopefully this guy comes back because he's one of our only dogs. Kenny Golladay. We have to get him more than 5 targets. We hit him 5 targets, 4 catches for 64 yards. So that's an 80% catch rate. We have to get this guy the ball. We have to get this guy the ball. Point blank period. We have to find ways to get this guy the ball to let him impact the game. We just do. There's no reason why Kenny Golladay should go a week with only 5 targets, 3 targets, 5 targets. No, he needs about 8 to 9 to 10 targets a game because he's our game breaker. He can do that. 5 targets, 4 catches, 64 yards. That's pretty damn good. That's an 80% catch rate and 16 yards per catch. So that's pretty good. He makes plays. He can break off tackles. He makes plays. Daniel Jones, 24-35, 266, week 3, 90 quarterback rating. Not extraordinary, but it's not bad either, considering the offense that he's been placed in, the offense he's been running, and what he's asked to do. He's not turning over the ball this year, which is a good thing. He has 1 turnover and 1 fumble that was crucial. And he has a fumble that he recovered after Nate Solder gave it up. And that's what I want to get to as well. Our offensive line is going to have to play their hearts out. Because that Saints defense is no joke. It's no joke. The Mario Davis and Cam Jordan and those boys out there, they're coming. And they're coming hard. They're going to be trying to knock Daniel Jones out the game. I'm telling you now. Our tackles are going to have to step up. Shout out to Andrew Thomas, who's actually having a pretty damn good season. But Nate Solder, you're going to have to get it together, bro. Our left guard, whoever that's going to be, is going to have to get it together. Price, I want you benched, but you're going to have to get it together because that Saints defensive line is absolutely dominating. It's dominating. It's helped this Saints team to be 2-1. It's helped this Saints team to be 2-1. When your quarterback is only averaging 129 yards per game, that's pure defense. That is pure defense, putting their offense in short fields to score. That's pure defense. See Daniel Jones hitting Colin Johnson right there. That man right there is going to have a big game for us. Daniel Jones, hey, he can use his feet as well. 8 carries for 39 yards last week. Against the Washington football team, he had 95 yards. I need him to use his feet more. When the pocket breaks down, I need him to get out that pocket and start using his feet more. And that's going to allow the offensive line to get a little break because you're not going to be able to just pin your ears back and just run straight after the quarterback every play. I need this running game to get legit. I need this running game to get like it was last year when we were #1 on the ground for a couple of weeks. and we turn it around. I need the run blocking from the lineman to get a whole lot better. I need this run game to step it up, because we're going to need the run game this week, because we're not just going to be able to sit and shotgun and pass all game, or there's going to be mistakes made. I'm just going to let you know that now. But Daniel Jones can use his feet with the best of them. Look at him break that pocket. He's doing that a lot more this year, which is encouraging. But let's get it to the point where he doesn't have to do that all the time. Look at that last week. 3 interceptions against Mac Jones last week. Only giving up 5.3 yards per attempt. They actually got a pick 6, 3 interceptions, and the quarterback rating was only 55.2. We cannot do that against them if we expect to win. If we have a stat line like this, we're getting blew out 45-10. I'm telling you that now. But that pass defense and rush defense of the Saints is amazing. We're going to have to come up with ways and plays to get yardage without having to get things like this happening. Tip passes. Evan Ingram, you do that, this is what's going to happen. I promise you. The Saints defense is very opportunistic, and they're going to make plays. They're going to make plays, man. So we're going to have to be disciplined, and we're going to have to go out there and execute. That's our biggest problem. We don't execute when we're supposed to execute. You know, we need more celebrations in the end zone. We need more celebrations like that off of sacks. Let's have some pride. And this is what most of your media and your, what do you call those guys? Media guys pick. Saints across the board. From 24 to 21, from 31 to 15. Some of us got us getting blew out. Most of us have us losing by at least 10 points. Like I said, I believe we can win this game 20-13 if we do an extraordinary job on defense and make Jameis Winston beat us. I believe if you make Jameis Winston beat you, you have a damn good chance to win. And that's just what it is. Now, can Jameis Winston carve you up? Yeah, he can. Yeah, he can. He really could if we allow him to. If we allow him to. If you keep giving him the same coverage and let him figure you out, he will bomb you deep, and he will put up points against your defense. That's just fact. So we can't take Jameis Winston lightly. I'm not saying take him lightly. I'm just saying hopefully we can make him become bad Jameis Winston and take advantage of the opportunities he gives us. Because that pass he threw the touchdown to Callaway, he does things like that. And normally that doesn't turn out that way. Normally that turns into an interception or a turnover, a real bad play. But that's my Week 4 review, Giants versus Saints. Big Blue Nation. I'm praying we can get a victory. I got us 20-13. Because we get the bad Jameis Winston to show. And we do a good job against Alvin Kamara and not letting him carve up this defense up the middle of the field. Our rush defense is going to pick it up. And our pass rush should pick it up this week as well, especially with their top left tackle out. Daniel Jones, I think he continues to be turnover free, but we got to get this rush game going. We got to get the run game going, because if we don't, it's going to be a long day, because you're not going to be able to just sit back there and pass against the New Orleans Saints. I'm sorry. Their defense, their pass defense is too good, and their rush defense is too good. Their pass rush defense is too good. It's going to be a tough task. Hopefully we don't go 0-4. But if we go 0-4 and then we lose to the Cowboys, there's got to be some changes made to this team. Or we will probably go 1-16, 2-15, 3-14. And that's just the honest truth. But if you like what you saw, hit that like, hit that subscribe button, click that bell for more notifications to get more videos like these. Big Pat Sports Talk, you know I'm going to talk my talk no matter what anybody thought. Week for Big Blue. Hopefully you get that win, and hopefully it turns out true. You see those nursery rhymes? Your boy got flow. But anyway, to the next episode, peace.
Super high.